Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening to Horror and Heels. If you're wondering how we're making this podcast, we're doing it through Anchor. You can go to Anchor FM to get started. It's free. They have creation tools that allow you to do it right on your phone or your computer. I edit. I'm actually recording this while I'm in my car waiting to go to my next client. They make life so easy. They even distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple, other sites. It helps you upload if you want to make a Patreon or anything. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I know zero about formatting and doing this and that and the other thing, and Anchor makes it so easy. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. If you want to learn more, go to the Anchor app or anchorfm.com to get started. Thank you and have a great day.
Okay.
I was sitting up, and since it took you 17 minutes to join us because of your wonky computer, I'm no longer sitting up.
It's fine. This was inevitable anyways.
Hey, are you insane?
Now you'll just be at the same volume the whole time.
Well, that's, helpful. Don't worry, Fred can fix it.
You got it.
Hi, Fred. We should have him on one day. Fred, you'll come on. It'll be fabulous.
Fabulous.
By the way, guys, in case my Queens, Long Island accent sounds thicker to you, I may or may not have been binging Sopranos today, and I know it's Jersey, but it's a close crossover, and I'm really...
Just pulled it right out of you, huh?
Oh, God. I literally said to my son, get out of my kitchen. You don't belong in there.
That's great. He's like, who are you?
I felt very Carmella in season 1 when the FBI shows up. What are they doing in my kitchen?
I've never seen that show.
Neither had I. Because I didn't have HBO when it came out. But now we have HBO. And they're all there. And John Gabris and all of them on the High and Mighty podcast were talking about it. And I was like, now I want to watch.
Your accent is so much thicker.
It's the worst. And when I get around my friends from, like, the old neighbor, like, back there, everybody's like, oh, my God. It does. It gets worse when I'm around other people who have my accent. It's a problem. I'm going to try to reel it in.
That's great.
So, on a more positive note, welcome back to Horror and Heels. I'm Alicia. Jen can't stop laughing.
What's going to happen is I'm going to start doing it.
Don't. You're from LA. You have
Don't get offended. No, but I love doing that accent. So I'm going to start doing it. Just be ready for it.
Bada bang, bada boom.
Yeah.
Today we watched Leprechaun.
Yes.
So when Jen and I were mapping out our month, we were like, oh, good. All the Leprechauns are on HBO. I think we did this in like January.
Yep.
I go the other day, all the Leprechauns are gone. So first of all, fuck you, HBO. It's March. Now you taking away March's
They do that on purpose. I don't know why they do that. They're bastards.
So, okay, not a big deal. You guys all know me. I love the library. I get the CD from the library, the DVD, whatever. It's cracked, which I didn't notice until today when I was going to watch the movie. So now, Jen's losing her mind. She can't even handle it. This is going to be a great episode.
Yeah, okay, keep going. Don't mind me.
So then I did notice that Peacock had it for free with commercials. So I text Jen real quick. I'm like, good news. Peacock has it for free. Jen texts me back. She's like, yeah, I can't handle commercials. So I just paid for it. I'm like, okay. And it's not, listen, I love Leprechaun, But the fact that they're out here charging $4 for a movie that came out in 1993 is goddamn egregious, and I refuse to pay.
I paid $6.
To rent it, to own?
No, to own.
Okay. Yeah, I said to Ed, I go, if I have to pay to rent it, then I'm paying the $2 extra.
That's I was like, I will just.
But I'm just saying, the fact that they're out here charging $4 to rent this movie is ridiculous. It was made in 1993.
Yeah. That's how they get you. I would rather pay for the actual DVDs. I would rather pay $6 for the actual DVD. At least then I'm getting something. I know it cost you something.
Here's the thing. I don't have the storage space for that.
I don't like the idea of... I don't like owning digital copies because I'm like, I don't own that. Like, if something happens and your company shuts down, then I'm out of a movie. So I'm
you real concerned about Amazon shutting down?
I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I tell you what, if a zombie apocalypse hits, I have my DVDs that I can watch.
You're going to be watching DVDs during a zombie apocalypse.
When it's all settled down and I've got my my headquarters, yeah. You gotta stay sharp. I will be watching zombie movies so that I can be reminded of proper and improper zombie apocalypse behavior.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Just saying. I mean, after a while, you do get bored during a zombie apocalypse. Walking Dead, they got a lot of downtime in that show. A lot of downtime.
Never watched it. So today we watched Leprechaun. Here's the thing. Love this movie to death. And I will admit that a decent part of my love for it is nostalgia. I'm not going to try to sit here and say it is a cinematography masterpiece. I will say the Leprechaun is hysterical as fuck. Okay. Also, see, here's my thing. And honestly, in the follow-up Leprechauns, they do this better. What I don't like about this Leprechaun movie, in particular, the opening scene, he is right for wanting to kill them. You stole from him.
Yeah.
Give him back his shit. So I don't feel bad for those two people.
Oh, yeah.
They did absolutely nothing, to save themselves. He came out of the case and said, if you give me back what you stole, I will go away. And the guy was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to lock you in a crate. Like, you're a psycho. Of course you had a fucking stroke and your wife's over here breaking her neck. I mean, geez Louise.
By the way, close your basement doors. Keep your basement doors closed, people. Don't just have them open, because that's how you fall down and break your neck.
Right. Also, folks, Jameson is a high-quality whiskey. Don't be swinging it out of bottles, and then don't be littering on your front lawn with it. If Ed got out of a limo, stone cold drunk, and threw an empty bottle on my front yard. Oh, now I know they were in North Dakota, so not the classiest of establishments from what it looked like to begin with, but still. I would have beaten him with the bottle. I had no time for it. And then he's over here telling her about little leprechauns. And you're like, shit, you're drunk. Like, you're drunk.
Yeah.
So the wife I felt a little pity for.
Because her husband brought that to the house.
But the main dude, but these poor fucks are like, they don't know where the gold is.
No.
I mean, instead of I understand it's a horror movie, so you gotta suspend some disbelief. But at least if the leprechaun had been like, give me back my gold, and they were like, no, bitch, it's our gold, then I could kind of understand. But as soon as she figured out what he actually wanted and where it was, she immediately
got it to him. Yep.
Listen, how about also, let's have a little conversation. Sorry, Mr. Leprechaun, I accidentally swallowed one of them. As you can see, I'm a mentally disabled person. Could maybe you wait for 2 days before I'll poop this out in 2 days?
I'll discharge it. I'll get some laxatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see the negotiating.
I'd like to see a little
attitude of the leprechaun and see how he would take that. Because I'd be afraid to tell him that it was in me, because I'd be like, he will definitely just rip me open.
True. Also, like, the poor coin dealer or, like, weird stuff dealer in town. Somebody just handed him this coin.
Man. And he just got pogo sticked.
That's a horrible way to die.
That was another way that we don't want to die.
Yeah.
Do not pogo stick us.
Pogo stick us. Oh.
That's got to be rough. Oh, like it's crushing your ribs. That was. And then he had the nerve to polish his kicks when he was done too. I was like, really, bro? Don't polish my shoes after you've killed me, please.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, no. So disrespectful.
And don't ever, if you want me to come find you or let you out, don't come at me with the voice of a child. Because I'm not going. I'm going
10
far
years
away.
It still worked though.
It did. I don't get it. If I know that there's no children around, I'm not going to a child's voice.
Ew.
That's not happening.
Do you know that the individual, Warwick Davis, plays...
Oh, he's in a lot of things.
He's in the Harry Potter series.
He's the elf.
Yeah. And Professor Felix Fitwick and Griffin Hook. He plays 3 roles.
Yeah, and he's the guy from Willow. He's in a lot of stuff. He's also in one of my favorites called 10th Kingdom. That's a great movie.
He's in a lot of stuff. Good for him.
Yeah. He was,
For the record, not for nothing. The cop has never seen a little person in life. Like, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was like too young to be out. I was like, have you never heard of little people?
Yeah. Where are you from, sir? North Dakota, wherever the hell they were from. That little truck though was booking it.
Yeah.
I was like, look at him go.
He was booking it on all sorts of like.
Oh man, the wheelchair.
Everything, wheelchair. He was.
I'm mad that he was faster in the wheelchair than he would have been had he ran. And then they did a little fast forwarding thing. That stuff cracks me up every time.
Yeah, pogo sticked. What a way to go.
I was so mad when the old man when Grady, what was his name? O'Grady in the beginning, when he was gonna kill him and he lights the match and he's like, "Die, you little green bastard." I was like, "Yeah," and then he just fell over. I was like, "Dude, you just delivered like a cool one-liner, and then you fell over and the match went out. That sucks. What a waste."
He literally warned you, "Give me back my gold or you're gonna have a stroke." He literally said it.
Yep. Stupid people get you killed. That's my brother's motto, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Because her stupid husband got her killed. She fell down the stairs.
I have to say, I've been watching The Sopranos. Stupid people getting other people killed. Just gonna say
and
it.
Somehow they don't die. The stupid people themselves hardly ever die. It's the other people.
Nope.
The people around them that always die.
Yeah.
We should have an episode about stupid people who get people killed in horror movies.
Can we talk about her portable phone? It came out in 1993. I mean, I know they were like just starting.
Yeah.
But North Dakota, you wouldn't have gotten service anywhere. Get out of here.
Yeah, they don't have service now.
I know.
Let alone in 93.
And I have to tell you, what a woman who, like, really turned it around. So you see her, Jennifer Aniston.
Love her.
Love her. In the first, like, 2 scenes, she's, like, the spoiled brat. Let me get this hotel room. Look at that fucking spider, which, by the way, we did not need Lep eating the spider.
Oh, yeah. That was gross. No, thank you.
No, thank you. And then all of a sudden, she sees a man, and now
And she's like,
she's
back.
insulted that she didn't want to stay in the gross house. I'd be like, sir, only a psycho would stay in here. I'm clearly showing that I am mentally acute. Of course I'm getting out.
I wrote down equality gets you in trouble. That's
Right.
what you get for trying to prove how equal women are. Because I'd have been like, you are absolutely correct. I am woman. Watch me leave.
That
I am woman. Watch me leave.
A murder house. Clearly a murder house. Second of all, guys, when somebody says, I got a great deal on this property, go, oh, was there a death here? Because that's how you got a great deal.
Yep.
That's how you get. This is how you get great deals on properties.
A great deal on a property in the middle of nowhere, so it already shouldn't have been expensive to begin with.
Right.
So
these are the 3 ways you get great deals on property. Let me just break it down for you. A murder occurred. Not just a run-of-the-mill death, a murder.
Oh, a murder.
A
murder.
2, horrific flooding. They're not disclosing. 3, it used to be a crack house and it was broken up in a lab.
Or
it was a former meth lab. And I'd like to say that when I was house hunting, so there were no indoor pictures of this house, but I have to say, for like the size of the property and the price point, my person was like, well, let's see how bad it actually is inside, because this is like a really good amount of land, blah, 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 for the price point, da, 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 da. I said, okay. Now, just so you know, so I don't sound like a beast talking to a regular real estate agent like this, my real estate agent's also one of our best friends. Like, she threw up my baby shower. Like, we are very close. We walk up to the house and I'm like, so, a murder happened. She goes, Alicia, you're being dramatic. I go, oh, something went down here. We open the door. A stench hits you. I'm not sure what was rotting in that fireplace chimney, but something was.
Oh, no.
And then there was a kitchen, tiniest kitchen you've ever seen, first of all. 2 stovetops, no oven or nothing, and a little sink. You know what we call that in America? A crack kitchen.
Yeah.
If you were unawares, I'm making you aware. Things were like falling off. I'm like, bats are gonna come out of that chimney any second. I was like, she's like, so now we're just looking around out of pure curiosity. I'm like, who lived here? So we did find out later that smell was not from a death. It was from poor flooding.
Mold.
From Sandy, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we didn't put an offer in or anything. I'm like, I'm not living in a murder house. So,
yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. It was an excellent price point. Why? Flooding.
That'll do it. Or
I think it was a flooded out crack den, but.
Or if the house used to be over there and a tornado hit and now it's over here.
Yeah. Yep. Jen's right. That's reason number 4.
Change zip codes.
Change zip codes. Do you feel that Ozzy was very much Chunk from the Goonies?
Oh yeah, he had that.
Crazy stories when he's calling the cops, nobody.
Yeah.
It was almost line for line.
Oh yeah.
The first time
You're right. Like it was a grown-up Chunk. Yep.
And they're like, they just hang, and they're like, it's Ozzy again this time. Leprechaun.
What is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one.
Oh, he's a nice kid, like. And he was very nice.
But I like that setup because I like that there's a reason why the cops don't come.
Right. Yeah.
He's got this history of telling this crazy story. Because I hate when people are in trouble and it's like, have they ever done this before? Like, where people just don't believe them and they have no track record of this happening.
Right.
So this, I was like, okay, cool. He's made calls like this already.
But also, not for nothing, Jennifer Aniston's character in a matter of a day, becomes this attached to these. I'm not an asshole, but she was like, even when there was no danger, she's like, no, let the kids chase the rainbow. We'll
Yeah.
paint. It's
Be a good example to them at the diner. She was like,
I'm like, what is happening here?
I was like, you just got here.
And she does say, my first day here and my father's already in the hospital, so we know no time has lapsed. Like, we are aware. Now, I do give her great credit, because when she first walked up to that house in those heels, I was like, is she going to be in those stupid ass shoes this entire fucking movie? And in the next scene, we see that she has changed into appropriate clothing for this scenario. She's going to be painting. She's going to be cleaning. Those were some jazzy shorts for painting.
Oh, man. Those shorts.
To be fair, I do feel those were the most toned down she probably had packed for this, so it's fine.
I love the Jennifer Aniston. Even when she's trying to play a brat, you still love her. Like, you didn't hate her in the beginning. Like, you were like, aw. You were like, she doesn't want to be there. She's cute.
That bratty, I'm sorry. I don't think I would be happy with my father if he took me to North Dakota for the summer to a murder house.
And it was a murder house.
She's like, and he's like, oh, don't judge a book by a cover. No, when a cover looks like that.
Oh, she said it doesn't even have a She said this doesn't even have a cover.
I cracked up. I was like, oh my God, that is true.
She's great. And she has great comedic timing. I love her. And then when she's standing there after they're painting, and I'm like, you just saw him go to get paint, and now you're feeling something on your leg. You really think that he went around and crawled to get under the truck to caress your leg?
She had high hopes. I don't know.
And then the dad's like, oh, it was a cat. No, Dad, I know the difference between a cat rubbing up against my leg and a hand stroking my shin. I'm sorry.
And she goes, Dad, I know what a man's hand on my leg feels like. And he's like, you do?
You do?
Why? Why do you? Not the time, Dad. I love how they got him out of the situation right quick, too.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, what kind of psycho sticks his arm
in a hole?
In a hole that he believes has a wild cat in it.
A cat, even if it were a domesticated cat, I still wouldn't stick my hand in there.
No, that's not how you do that.
You put some kibbles or bits or whatever outside the tree and let him come out. You don't stick your hand in the hole.
Well, to be fair, apparently they were from Bel Air or something, because she kept saying that.
Yeah.
And so maybe they don't know. I wish we had just found out why they were there. that answer.
Like, he just felt like going to North Dakota, I guess.
But why?
Yeah. I don't
know. Unless he's a house flipper, like even if they had just said something like, "Oh, I'm flipping the new property, babe. Come help, daughter of mine."
They were just like, "This is our story, and this is how we're telling it." Okay.
Get them there.
Let's see. And the kid was the kid from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which I love that movie.
Has he done anything since?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So many.
Oh, wow. So it was supposed to be a straightforward horror, but Warwick Davis wanted to add more comedic elements.
I think that was a good call, Warwick.
Yeah, because you couldn't take that serious. Like, at least it knew what it was this way.
Yeah.
If they had tried to make it too serious, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Critical reception to the film was negative.
What?
Somebody called it an utter waste of perfectly good Kodak film stock. Another said it should have been released direct to video. Somebody at the Chicago Tribune says has brought new meaning to the term bad.
Wow, that's clever. Good job on that one. Oh, it says that they were supposed to find the leprechaun eating Lucky Charms at one point, and General Mills gave them permission. But they were so upset when they saw the finished film that they revoked the permission, so they had to reshoot it. So that's why they changed the kid's line at the end. It was supposed to be "Your luck just ran out." They changed it to "Fuck you, Lucky Charms."
Oh,
That's hilarious.
that is. I mean, I enjoy it, so seeing that other people didn't is making me sad.
I never care what other people think about movies.
I mean,
Ever.
listen, they made it for $1 million and it made 8.6. I consider that a success.
I don't know what kind of movie you're expecting to go watch. It's called Leprechaun. I don't know. I don't know what kind of expectations you had going into it, but you need to reevaluate your ideas of movies.
Right, yeah. Because I feel like that's on you.
You can only call it bad if you went in expecting some cinematic masterpiece.
Right.
So that's your fault.
I don't heard Sharknado and you were like, I think this is going to be fantastic.
Right. Sharknado is exactly what I expected to be, and I'm not mad at it. It knows what it is. To me, you can't call a movie like that bad because it's not trying to be quote unquote good.
That's what we said. What was the movie we wanted to watch last week? Centigrade?
Yeah.
And I said to you, it's bad. And you were like, well, a lot of things I watch are bad. But I'm like, no. But I really think this was trying to be fantastic. And that was unfortunate. Sorry, Centigrade. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a tough scenario to make interesting when you've got only 2 people in this small space.
No, that's already made it interesting. At least let us spend
showing them get into it.
At least let us spend 10 minutes with these people before we get into this call.
I can't believe it opened with that. That's insane. Like, you have to build up their relationship.
No, not necessary.
No. I'm just saying, build up their story, not their relationship.
I agree, but whoever made this.
Oh, they were like, no. Oh, I thought you were saying not necessary.
I like, nah. Somebody saying it to them in the writer's room, and the guy just goes, not necessary, and the person being like, really think it is, but okay, do you, bro? Okay, I'm warning you.
All right, up to you. Your call.
Your call.
Let's see.
It's like if a painter was about to do a ceiling and didn't put down any tarps, and you're like, I think you should put down tarps, and he's like, nah, I got it. And you're like, okay, bro.
I bought this new drip-free paint. It'll be fine. Okay.
It never works. Ugh. I have to paint these ceilings. Speaking of.
Go for it, Michelangelo.
Oh, if I could. I find this movie so fun, and I think I really like that there's very few kills.
There really are.
There's
it's just the cop. Yeah, the couple in the beginning, the cop, and then the coin collector guy.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah. And it's rare. It's hard to get into horror. For me, it's hard to get into horror movies that don't have a lot of kills. Like, you have to really make up for that. I think this does a good job because you're watching the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's still scary even without a lot of kills. It's creepy still.
I love that they were like, they wanted to get rid of the dad, so now he's just in the hospital for observation. I'm like, yes, because the doctor's like, there's no way. That's a fucking cat bite. What?
So can we look at my scratches then on my leg?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, they really just got rid. So this whole movie takes place in like one day. I mean, aside from the 10 years, it's one day.
One day. Instead of hunting for the cat to make sure the cat doesn't have rabies, how about we just go to the local clinic and say, listen, something scratched me. I don't know what. Obviously, some sort of wild animal. Could I just get a little rabies shot?
Yeah, just...
Just like the second you hit a nail outside, just go. If you haven't had a tetanus shot in 10 years, just go get yourself a little tetanus booster. Yep. I called my aunt one day. She's a nurse. And I'm like, so I just like landed and I broke like the tiniest amount of skin. And she's like, well, it's fine because you had a tetanus shot while you were pregnant last year. I was like, oh, okay. I couldn't even remember I had that shot, but she remembered,
That's
so it's
awesome.
fine. But she was like, yeah, she's like, even if you're not bleeding profusely, she's like, if you cut yourself with something outside and you didn't really see it, like,
What it was, yeah.
and I knew it was rusted. She's like, just go get one. She's like, don't even, like, she just go. She's
Why
like,
chance it?
why chance it? Yeah. And so that's my public service announcement today. People, if you're out and a wild animal, you assume this was a leprechaun, but a wild animal that you did not fully see scratches you, take your ass to an emergency room.
Go to the emergency room. Get your tetanus shot. Be done with it.
It'll be fine. They'll give you a little rabies.
I say that, but I hate needles. But I'd still probably go get the shot.
You know what? Honestly, better than whatever I'm envisioning them having to do should you have contracted rabies. So get the shot.
Oh, for rabies, yes, because with rabies they have to stick you with the needle like 12 times or something like that. So based on that, yes, definitely for rabies.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I thought it was funny when the leprechaun, I just love how he can impersonate voices.
Yeah.
So he's impersonating the cop in the car. I'm like, oh my God.
Him and those voices. Again with the creepy kid voice. Now, if he made the sound of like Ed McMahon with $1 million, that I might go for. He was like, I'm Ed McMahon and I have your $1 million check. I might go check on that. But a child saying, let me out? No. No, I'm good.
You watch too many horror movies.
What?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I obviously do, but I don't get the correlation.
Most women will. That's why it is a known trope. Many serial killers often have used this to lure their female prey. They will play a recording of a baby or small child crying.
Oh, you're saying
to divert the woman's attention towards it. It actually works very well on women because, for most of us, Jen apparently excluded, when we hear a child crying, our lady bits burn with fire, and we have to go save the child.
Oh yeah, no, children crying makes me angry. I'm like, make it be quiet, and I want kids, but the sound, like if I'm at the store and I hear a child crying, I'm like, oh my God, make it stop. That's gotta stop. Yeah, that's not, so if you do want to catch me, do not use the sound of a small child.
That's not gonna work on Jen.
Not gonna work on me.
Not gonna work on Jen.
You can use a pizza delivery guy. You can use, like I said, Ed McMahon saying he's got $1 million check for me from Publishers Clearinghouse. Well, not Ed McMahon now because he's dead, so it has to be whoever's doing it now. Or Chris Hemsworth. If you can do a Chris Hemsworth voice, I will be there in 2 shakes. So those are the 3 voices you need to use. None of them include children.
I'm a mom, and yes, a crying child will get me. So
I was like, I wish I would be eating with a guy that I thought was cute that told me I looked a little too skinny.
Yeah.
He's like offering her the meatloaf. I'm like, dude, yes, tell me I'm skinny and hand me a hamburger. I will love you forever.
Yes. Jen, we gotta stop talking about how much we love food. That's how the killer is going to get us.
Well, they weren't gonna think of it till you said.
They were going to think of it. They're out there right now buying ice cream trucks to get our fat asses. Jesus Christ.
Ice cream trucks that sell hamburgers, that sell cheeseburgers. And
no, but oh my God, we've got this Spanish food truck that comes around. Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, that sounds good.
And we've got an Italian one too, and they put on their page like when they're gonna be in town, and you can literally walk out to them like it's an ice cream shop.
Yes,
pick them down.
We had that in my neighborhood last year. Never seen that before in my life. And then all of a sudden we had an Italian truck. And if it weren't the beginning of COVID, I would have tried it. But I was like, I can't do that right now. But man, it sounded delicious, and I haven't heard from them since. I need them to come back.
Well, no, that's what a lot of places were doing. This was an Italian restaurant in our area that
Mm.
started a food truck to get the food to people during COVID.
Yeah, yeah. We
I
don't
was
have any
fine with-
Italian restaurants over here, so I have no idea where they came from.
Oh, okay. I'm on Long Island, so there are 12 Italian restaurants I could throw a rock at right now from my house and hit. God, we love Italian food.
I love Italian food. Holy crap.
I made shrimp scampi with angel hair tonight.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Should have seen how much butter I put in that.
You and my mom. My mom loves butter. She puts butter on everything.
Now I wish the ice cream truck would come around.
That happened to me on one of our watch parties. We were watching what is that movie? I forgot, but it's one about the girls who accidentally kill their friend.
Okay.
Well, Jawbreaker. That's what it's called, Jawbreaker. And in one of the scenes, she has a big stick, the popsicle. And I was like, oh my God, now I want a big stick. And right after I said that, an ice cream truck came by. So I ran out. I was like, oh my God. So I got my little dollar and I ran outside. And I was like, I'll have a big stick. He had it. I was really excited. Handed him my dollar, put my hand out for my change. And he was like, yeah, you need 25 more cents. I was like, what the? I felt so old in that moment because I was like, man, when I was a kid, big sticks were like 50 cents. Now I need $1.25.
Only had $1 was mind-boggling to me.
I haven't bought ice cream from an ice cream truck in forever. I thought surely it couldn't be 4 times what it used to be.
Oh my God.
He let me get away with it though. He let me not give him that extra quarter. I was like, cool, thank you, sir. And I ran inside with my big stick. It was a great day.
So this is real dumb, but what's a big stick?
Oh, it's like the sherbet popsicles. They're like red and orange and yellow, and they're like this big. Okay. You probably know it if you saw it. But that was like one of my favorite popsicles growing up.
We have something here, we call it a bomb pop, and it's red,
white, and blue. We had those too. I like those.
My friend, for her son's graduation party, she had an ice cream truck come. And I got my son something, I don't know, he pointed to it, I got it for him. It was so hot out. I literally dunked him in my friend's pool to clean him off. And long story short, the stains from this ice cream just never came out of his outfit.
I don't know what kind of dye.
Really weird outfit, but
I don't know what kind of dye they put in those popsicles, but if you get it on there,
yeah,
done.
So, well, did I tell you about the red Chucky hair dye I put in his hair?
No.
So it was like this spray-on hair dye. It literally stained his hair. Like there were streaks of his hair that were stained red forever. They would have still been stained red, except that I just cut his hair, so now they're gone. But
wow. So not
listen. If anybody's having problems going red, buy this red spray at Spirit Halloween, and you will be good to go. Oh, and I washed his hair a lot, and like
nothing. It was just staying there.
Like funny. I tried my like tea tree oil shampoo. I tried Ed's Head and Shoulders. Tried a little bit of Dawn. Anything.
Maybe the Dawn will get it out.
It did not. What was in this stuff? It got thrown out. We're never putting that in our hair again. Oh, heard. So any other thoughts about Leprechaun? You know, as much as we like this movie, there's not a ton to talk about because it has the most perfect runtime for a movie like this.
Yes.
1 hour and 32 minutes. See, they knew what they were doing. Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it fun, kill someone with a pogo stick, get in and get it.
Get your one-liners in there. Get to the point. We're good.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
So I love these movies. And one time I can't remember if I had the flu. I was homesick. And my dad went to our library. See, this is where I get it from. He was picking up new movies. And Leprechaun, whichever one is Back in the Hood. So I don't know if that's 3.
My dad was just asking about that one.
I don't know when we went back to the hood. I don't know when we got there. We will. I don't know. I don't know, like, where in the series Back to the Hood is, but
We will be watching that one, though.
we will be. My dad got it out of the library for me and brought it home. It was, like, on the shelf, and he saw it, and he was like, so I thought I'd bring this home for you to make you feel better. And I was like, that's so sweet.
That's
Thank
so
you.
cute.
Oh, so yeah.
And did it make you feel better?
It did. I mean, emotionally, I don't know if it stopped my raging.
Oh, but at least you forgot about it for a little while.
A little while, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. I want to see how they progress.
So, which other ones are we doing? We're doing Leprechaun.
We have my trusty little notebook here. Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun Origins, and Leprechaun Returns. That is the schedule we are hoping for. We shall see how the streaming gods want to treat us. So
I'm going to just watch right now.
Oh yes, by the way, again, get Just Watch, tells you where it's all streaming. We're not getting paid for that, by the way. I wish we were, but
we should.
We should. We are also on Letterboxd, which you can put movie lists on.
In the Hood, which I love. Once again, Peacock for free. Leprechaun 2. I'm wondering if Peacock is having everything.
Yeah. I bet they got it because it's March. And
yeah, it's okay. It does look Leprechaun 2 also on Peacock. And then what did we say? Leprechaun Origins?
Yeah. What? It has ads on Peacock Premium also? That I'd be upset about that.
Why are you paying for that?
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck am I paying for? For the Saved by the Bell reboot or whatever? No, thank you.
Leprechaun Origins is also on Peacock. Yeah, apparently you are paying for the Saved by the Bell. And what was the other one I'm looking on? Oh, In Space, right?
No, Origins and Returns.
Oh, Returns. We're not doing In Space.
I mean, no, we should do it. We should do it In Space.
Leprechaun's Returns, Fubu, and Sci-Fi for free.
Oh, sweet. No, but we should do it In Space thing where we watch the movies of the guys in space. So Jason in Space.
By the way, I just want to say the Leprechaun Returns Leprechaun not doing it for me.
I haven't seen him yet.
He ain't doing it for me. Oh, and it's a new guy playing the Leprechaun.
Yeah, because the other guy has passed away.
Oh, how did I miss that?
I believe he is. Maybe I just lied. Hold on. Nope, I lied. He's still alive.
I thought so. I was like, I didn't see that.
I don't know why I thought he died. Sorry, sir, Mr. Warwick Davis. That's how rumors get started.
Do you know, so now I'm clearly in, like, there's a movie called Cult of Chucky, 2017.
Yes. Seen it.
Was unaware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, at least
and there was Curse of Chucky.
Curse of Chucky, I think I remember.
Okay. Yeah, Cult of Chucky.
God, every time I see the new CGI Chucky,
it's just disgusting. I hated
because
that.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the new. Go ahead, go look at Leprechaun Returns right now. Go, just give the Lep a little look.
Give the Lep a look.
You better be funny. Because I gotta say, the new Freddy in the Freddy we watched, he was lacking a lot of humor.
Hated him.
Hated it.
Hated
if you
him.
want to know how much, go back and listen to the Friday the 13th episode.
Yes. Ew.
Right?
Yeah. He's trying too hard.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Back to Shamrock Your World. That's hilarious.
I hope he'll be funny. Any other thoughts before we go?
Oh, happy birthday to Jensen Ackles today, the recording day.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Jensen.
Monday, March 1st.
Yeah.
Still looking like you stepped out of season 1 of Supernatural.
I felt about Jennifer Aniston today. I was like, shit.
Oh man, she looks gorgeous always. But no, that's it. That's all I got for Leprechaun. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Yeah, no, this was a great movie. I had a lot of fun rewatching it. I feel like I haven't watched this one in a while. Sometimes, for some reason, every time it's on Sci-Fi, I end up on whichever Leprechaun is in Las Vegas. Once again, don't. One of them's in Las Vegas, and that's always the one. Like, it's always like St. Patrick's Day. I'm like, oh shoot, I should watch a Leprechaun. So I'll
And
throw
then it's
on
that one.
Sci-Fi, and
There
it's
you go.
always. I feel like yeah. It's always that one.
It's the haunting one. It haunts
Yeah,
you.
it
It haunts
does.
you. All right, so how many heels do you give Leprechaun?
I give it 3 out of 5.
That's exact. We're the same. That's exactly what I was gonna
I
say.
mean, I think it's fun. I
Mhm.
had a laugh. I genuinely liked all these characters, even the young boy.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, him caring about Ozzy and telling him
yeah,
like
that's
he
what I
could
was
get
gonna
the.
say.
Yeah.
He's not a bratty young kid. He's
Mm-mm.
trying to save everyone. He's like, I'm gonna get this leprechaun. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Even though you can see this poor kid is 2 seconds away from pissing himself. I like that he tried. I like that kid. Give it up for him. He followed directions like nobody's business. Even with the truck, he'd jump out, fix it up, jump back in. No
Man,
worries.
I
Like,
love a
she
kid
was
that can
like,
listen.
okay, you go get this, and this. Then she's sitting by the front door with the shotgun, and she's
Yeah.
like, okay, you get this. Okay, you go check. And he's just doing,
Yeah,
like,
doing it. I love it. No talking back, no asking
no.
questions, just
He's
do it.
like, shit is going down, and I will
That's
help the team.
I can ride with those kind of kids in horror movies. I'm always like, yes, you're on board, you're on the squad because you're not sitting there crying. I can't stand when kids are crying the whole time and they're like being too
No,
scared. I'm like, no, you need to help at this point. Like, you can be a kid after the zombie apocalypse is over. But
right.
right now, you need to man the hell
Man it
up
up.
because we gotta go. I
We
can't
got
be watching you.
Well, that's why I do feel like the eldest daughter in A Quiet Place, she's very good. She's
So good.
ready with the shot. Like, she's ready. I can't wait to see A Quiet Place.
I need to rewatch that movie because I only saw it once in theaters.
I feel like they're giving kids more credit in horror movies lately in relation to that.
Yeah, yeah, they're definitely getting better because there aren't a lot of kids that I don't like in horror movies these days.
Yeah, I would
One
agree.
of the worst kids was War of the Worlds. Fanning, I think it was Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Oh my God, I would have abandoned her somewhere. All, when everything first goes down, all she's doing is screaming like at the top of her lungs and crying and saying, "I want mommy, I want mommy." I'm like, kid, and she's like 10 years old. I'm like, do you not see that we are dealing with a major situation here?
Never watched it.
Oh God. Oh yeah. If you ever do. Ugh.
No, you know my stance. I don't watch Tom Cruise movies.
All right. Perfect. Then you won't miss it. Because she was so irritating. But yes, I agree. Children are getting better.
Well, I mean, not that they're getting better, they're just being written better.
Well, that's what I meant. Children are getting better in movies.
They're being written better. Oh no. Oh no. I see some of these kids out in the wild and I'm like,
Oh yeah, no, these kids in real life are gonna die really fast.
where are
they're
your parents?
they're getting worse. Actually, that's what kids are getting worse in real life and they're getting better in
Better in
movies.
movies.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's pathetic.
Luckily, TJ's got you for a mom, so he'll be able to survive because I don't know how a lot of these kids are gonna make it.
I'm even the type of mom who I'm like, I see some moms and they're just like, it's all about the love and support. And at some point, listen, I'm not over here beating TJ, but I also don't give in to his every whim. Like today, he wanted the iPad. I said, if you sit right next to me and you have a 10-minute limit, you can have the iPad for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I took it away when the timer went off and he lost his goddamn mind. I did not give it back. I did not care. I said to him, TJ, you and I agreed you could have it for 10 minutes.
Yep.
I said, and if you continue acting like this, you're not going to receive any iPad time for the rest of the week because these are poor behaviors. And he calmed himself down.
There you go. There you go. And that's what it's about, raising a person for a society that knows how to function
Right.
in the real world. Like, it's not just
I also
about...
don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah.
Go ahead, cry all you want. Like, listen, you legitly hurt yourself. You're legitly having some feelings, but if you're just crying at me to try to just break me to get what you want, you're not gonna break me,
No,
kid.
because
All
that's
right?
not how the world works. I said no. You gotta man up. You don't always get what you want, and learn how to deal with those feelings. When you don't teach them how to deal with those feelings is when we get...
When you don't teach them how to deal with those
douchebag
feelings,
people.
then when your child is an adult, cosmetology school in her mid-20s, and she's whining to her table mate about the lunch that you have packed her, you have failed. And I said to this girl, I go, oh, I got a solution to your problem. Crazy bitch looks at me like my solution is not going to be make your own
Make your own lunch.
She looked at me like I suggested she do her own appendectomy.
Problem. Wow.
I was like, I was bewildered. I'm like, you're in your 20s. Then another how to raise people who can function in society.
All the way to self-serve, full-service gas stories. Love it. I love our tangents. They're great.
I do. You guys, if you've been listening for a while, you know where to find us. If today is your first journey with us, go back and listen to some other things. I'll tell you right now, we really hated Black Christmas 2019. So go ahead.
Go check out that gym.
Pick up that gym. Well, that was with our boyfriends.
Yeah.
From the Postcard podcast, so that was good.
It was actually fun. It was fun to rag on that movie.
Yeah.
I like that episode.
Very fun. Well, somebody said to me, she's like, yeah, I got Black Christmas 2019. I'm so excited. You recommended it. I go, no, I did not.
Slow your roll.
She goes, what? You recommended all the Black Christmases. I said, no. I said I reviewed all the Black Christmases. Go back and listen to a podcast.
Huge difference, ma'am.
Reviewed and recommended are two very different scenarios. Roger Ebert reviewed Leprechaun. I don't think he recommended Leprechaun. Just saying.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. It being on the list of episodes is not a good movie make.
Yeah.
No.
That's not the criteria. That's not the criteria. This is not Unspooled, okay? You want to listen to a podcast that is exclusively about fantastically made movies. It's based on the AFI's top 100 film list. Paul Scheer and his co-hosts do that list. It's a very well done podcast, and obviously not genre specific. So if you're looking to widen your base to non-genre specific podcasts, obviously the post-credit podcast does a lot of different ones.
Great.
Unspooled, How Did This Get Made? Those are all multi-genre in this realm. And that is all for this week.
Yes, we will see you next week for
Heart
Leprechaun
and
2.
Heels on everything. And have a great day. Bye.
Later.